Let me give you guys a little bit of tips. First of all, guys, you are not valuing yourself enough. You're not. Did you know that if you are making $70,000 a year and you're a single man and you're at average height, which is 5'8", to find a man like that, the chances are 5.4%. 5.4%. That means that you guys are literally gold. Now, if you're somebody that makes more money than that and he's taller, if you're 6 feet tall, and you're making $100,000 a year and you're a single man, it's literally to find a man like that, you're in the 1%. The 1%. So for me, if I'm going to be with somebody, today, I'll be honest with you, I prefer being with somebody who comes from a rich family, because then I know for sure they don't want me for my money. And for somebody like me who makes,
good money,
very good money, let's say. Let's put it like this. Last month's expenses were $80,000. That was just expenses.
On just one side of the business.
No, not business. I'm talking about personal. Personal, I had literally $80,000 expenses in 1 month. So you have to understand that if I make a certain amount of money, I also got to pay taxes, and also you have the expenses of a lifestyle, and you also want to save money. So that could kind of explain to you guys how much money I'm making. For somebody like me to take in someone that is coming from somewhere that is not really from a place who she knows what money is, most likely she's just going to want me for my resources. Although I'm a very nice guy, I'm genuine, I'm everything. But I've noticed when I look back, my ex literally wanted me for my resources.
Yeah, if you met a woman and then you started from nothing and you guys came up together, that's a different situation. But yeah, definitely if you're already in that 1% and up, you definitely want to find a woman that's somewhere in your status or has a good family, a wealthy family, so she's not there for just your money.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be with somebody who hasn't done anything in their life and you're in that 1%, you're pretty much giving her like a huge jump start, and you're giving it to her for a discount price, just her being around.
Yeah. And
you're giving her everything that you've worked so hard for. Now, if that will happen, I'm telling you right now, because there's no woman that's a rich woman that will take a poor man and make them, rich or give them half of their money. That would never happen. On the other hand, a rich man will take a poor woman out of the street as long as he's interested in her and will change her whole life around, give her the world. But if you look at somebody like Dan Bilzerian, for instance, he's got all these women around. If you take Dan and put Dan on Hollywood, on the street, as a homeless guy, covered with a blanket, with his beard and his hair, believe me, no woman will stop by and say, "Oh my God, you look like such a nice guy. I want to hang out with you. You want to come over?" But since he's got money, he's got a ton of women around him. So what are they there for? They're there for fame, recognition, money.
Fun trips.
He's being used 24/7. The guy overdosed multiple times. The guy does a ton of drugs. The guy constantly sees a therapist. Why? Because they drained the life out of him. But imagine he had one woman that was an amazing woman that loves him, truly loves him. He would feel so fulfilled. He wouldn't need to do any drugs. He wouldn't need to have 1,000 women next to him. King Solomon had a quote, because he had 1,000 wives. He said, 1,000 women I had and not even one wife did I find. That is insane, because he had so many wives, but he didn't really truly found a wife, because a wife is somebody that's there with you and she goes with you all the way up. And for the young women, if you think you're 20 and you're out there and you're partying your ass off and you're doing drugs and you're sleeping around with men, and then all of a sudden you get to 30 and then you're like, "Oh, now I gotta find a man." Men caught on to that. We already know what's going on. It's all over the social media. Everybody's talking about it. So you gotta stop that. You gotta stop doing that. And if you meet somebody, don't jump away. Don't jump into bed right away. Don't jump into conclusion that that's somebody that's going to be with you for ever and right away give him the world. Slowly, slowly get to know him. A way to a man's heart is through his belly. So if you're gonna feed him like a mom, he's gonna look at you a million times better than if you gave him sex.
What was that quote? Don't leave your man hungry or horny.
Yeah.
Don't let him leave the house hungry or horny.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be an issue. But no, seriously, guys, ladies, if you are looking to be in somebody's life and be there forever, and you want a good man, and you know what a good man is, there's a ton of good men out there.
But also, as he says, he keeps referring to a man. Find a man. Don't find a kid, you know? Don't find somebody who's a little bit older than you, somebody who's already established, somebody who's already has his life going, somebody has a direction as well.
Right.
You know, you don't want to find somebody who's younger than you that's still trying to figure himself out, because he won't take you too serious, and it most likely will not last because he still doesn't know what he wants from himself.
If he's a boy, he's complaining. If he's a boy, he's not interested in doing stuff. He's lazy.
He's going through ups and downs, depression, sadness.
That's a boy. A man, he takes care of all of your problems.
Doesn't matter if he's sad, depressed, he'll stay strong, you know?
I'll never cry next to my woman. There's no reason to. If I need to cry, I cry by myself, come back. Everything's 100%. Or I call my brother. That's where we cry. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and cry next to a woman.